Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Aerial Traveler. I'm going to do a little hiking today at Shawnee State Forest in southwestern Ohio. It's mid-February 2024. I'm going to hike a little bit on the southern loop today. I don't know how far I'll get, but we'll see how far I can. It's a beautiful day today. Good day to be on the trail. This is my backpack. It easily weighs at least 39 pounds with food and water. That's the backpacking trailhead parking lot. The trailhead is actually this way. You have to walk down over the bridge here. Okay, let's get started. It's about 10:45, 11 o'clock. Gonna walk over the bridge here. There's the trailhead parking lot. Southern backpacking loop trail is around this lakeside here. There's the lake. This is the actual start of the trailhead, heading counterclockwise on the south loop. There's a little access road here. That's looking back towards the lake. And the parking lot is around that corner. Okay, let's get at it. Just coming off the first ascent. The first ascent was very gentle. I'm catching my breath after a big climb there. You do get some views with the leaves and foliage off. It's about 12:20. Been walking for about an hour and a half. Stopped to take a little break. This is where I started right here. And we're following this orange path down. This is Camp 7 right here. And Camp 6 is right here. We haven't quite gotten to this road crossing right here yet. So I figure we're probably about halfway into here. Okay, over and out. That's where I just came out there. Heading back that way would be the trailhead parking by the lake. This is the first road crossing that you come to on the way to Camp 7. The trail is pretty easy to pick up on the other side of the road there. I take a little break. I have a granola bar. That's a Nature Valley crunchy peanut butter granola bar. Some Baby Bell cheese and some cheddar cheese crackers here. Looking forward to it. That's heading towards Camp 7. Kind of on a little saddle right now. With the leaves off, you can see a pretty good view. You can really see the damage of the logging that was done here in the last 5 or 10 years. Still waiting on a check from the state for that, since it's state land. I assume it's in the mail. Okay, that's the way we came from the trailhead parking lot for the South Loop. I mean, here There's the marker for campsite 7. It's 0.4 miles down that path there. This is showing campsite 6, 4.9 miles, and got a little bit of a climb here. I'm going to try to push on to camp 6. Not sure if this is the highest elevation that we'll have today. It's probably pretty close. We're about half a mile past campsite number 7. Looks like we have a downhill. That's where we came from. Really small little creek crossing here, stream crossing. Pretty good flow there. You could get water if you needed it. Looks like the trail is going to stay low for a while and follow the stream. Okay, this is the first road crossing after Camp 7, heading towards Camp 6. That's where we came from. You come out along a stream there. You pop out on the road here, and you just zigzag right on the road, and you can see there's a marking up here on this telephone pole. Oh yeah, time for another break. In the middle of this big long ascent here. It's about 3 o'clock right now. I'm within 2.5 miles of Camp 6. This is the second road crossing after camp number 7. It looks like you could actually park right there if you wanted to just do a quick overnighter to Camp 6. You're probably looking at 2 miles or less to the camp. Okay. That's where we just came from. Last 2 miles before Camp 6 were pretty pleasant. Maybe the last mile and a half. It's pretty flat walking along the creek here. They do have a marker here for Camp 6. See if I can water down there and find a spot. Okay. Made it to Camp 6. A lot of good tent spots here. At least 3 or 4. I'm sure if you walk down this way a little farther, you'd find even more. This is actually on the other side of the creek from the trail. Getting over here was a little bit of a chore. They do have an outhouse or privy here. That's pretty nice. They do have an established fire ring here. And I think there is another fire ring back this way too. If you keep walking, there's kind of a partial one down here on this little shelf by the creek. I dropped my stuff right here. I didn't want to be too close to the fire, but I was eyeballing this tree and that little tree there. I think that would work. Okay, starting to look more like a camp. Got a little fire started. Got my hammock set up over here. It's got to be adjusted a little bit. I just tried to throw it up as fast as I could there. That's a Warbonnet Superfly. It's I think it's a 12-foot tarp. It's got the doors. This is just a really cheap Dutchware hammock, gathered in hammock. It doesn't even have an integrated bug net or anything. The under quilts I'm using are 20 degree UGQ. They're pretty stout as far as temperature ratings. I think I actually had them overstuffed, so I do have another Costco blanket here, just a cheap down blanket to throw just for some extra warmth. But the under quilt is 20 degree and the main sleeping quilt is 20 degree. Okay, I better get some firewood. I need to make a scooper cup for the dirty bags for the Sawyer filter. I forgot to bring one. I'll have this sacrificial small water bottle here we'll cut off. That's a Petrified Fish Bunta knife. About 40 bucks for that. It has D2 steel and G10 scales here, or grip. It's got a deep pocket carry clip. It's a nice knife for 40 bucks. This is a brand new Sawyer Squeeze, so hopefully it works. Good morning, folks. It's time for some coffee. I think we have a boil here. That's a Toaks 750 milliliter pot. That's an aftermarket lid. It's titanium. Boils pretty quick in there. I've got Taster's Choice today. It's Colombian Taster's Choice. Makes all the difference. There's a breakfast of champions. Thin sliced Hormel pepperoni, baby belled cheese, and a tortilla. And they're the best tortillas we can get in this area, La Banderita. Give them a try if you can get them. Okay, I'm just doing some water filtering before I go. Got a nice water source here at Camp 6. I'm going to use this liquid IV treatment. Electrolytes. You can see that. It's going to be really diluted because it's going in this big Nalgene. That's fine with me. It's pretty sweet. Love that Sawyer Squeeze. Well, I give the outhouse a 1 out of 1. But it's better than shitting in the woods. Thanks, State of Ohio. This is the creek right by campsite 6. There's another campsite over on the other side of the creek here, and that's where the main trail comes in. It comes in along this side opposite of Camp 6 over here. They're telling you to come down this big bank and go over this rock fall here to get to the camp. If you actually walk down farther past the camp, you can cross about maybe 2/10 of a mile, and it's much easier. But the trail to Camp 7 and the backpacking trailhead parking lot would go up this way. It's a really pleasant little stream here. It's close enough that you can hear it. Water is good and cold and pretty tasty. I'm about all packed up. Let's take a look at the campsite here before I take off. A couple of fire rings here. I did have a fire last night. Several tent spots, lots of tent spots here. Lots of good places for hammocks. I put my hammock here and here. Worked out good. If you keep walking down this way, there's all kinds of sites down here. I think there is a pretty well developed site down this way with another ring. And I suspect there's even more down farther, but I'm not going to walk down there. This is also a nice little spot. Nothing wrong with this. It looks like there might even be more spots down that way. Maybe even better ones. This is just great here. You could definitely squeeze in maybe a tent or two. Definitely get a good hang here somewhere. Still have good creek access here. Very nice. I'd say campsite 6 is a winner. I was talking with a local on the way in, and he kind of agreed that campsite 5 might be the most unappealing of all of them. I think it has a little higher elevation and doesn't sit down by the water. I don't know, I haven't seen it. It's day 2. This is Aerial Traveler. I'm standing on or at Camp 6. I made it here yesterday. It took about 5.5, 6 hours to get here from the trailhead parking lot. Lots of good elevation change getting here. I did pass campsite 7. I didn't walk back in there to take a look at it. I have a choice today. Do I want to stay another night and try to push to Camp 4? Or do I want to walk the almost 10 miles out and go see my wife on Valentine's Day? I think the choice is clear. I'm going to walk back out to the trailhead. This is going to be an out and back. Campsite 6 is a winner here. Check it out. Let's hit the trail. Got my Osprey all loaded up there. That is a classic Osprey. Got it for a song from a place called Tree Bay. It's almost like eBay. Not bad. This pack actually predates the hip belt pockets on the big Ospreys. Kind of surprising. I kind of missed the hip belt pockets. I got my black diamond poles there. I'm all loaded up with some fresh water. I've got a long walk today, so let's see if we can get out of here. It is almost 9 o'clock. Let's hit the trail. Okay. This is actually where they tell you to cross for campsite 6. We're on the trail side. Camp 6 is over across the stream. So they're telling you to go down this huge bank. It's not too bad to cross there. But if you travel down this way about 0.2 of a mile, it's a lot less steep banks, and you can cross a lot easier and then just back cut over to Camp 6. If Camp 6 is overrun by a big group, there is a nice little kind of 1 or 2 person campsite here. There's a nice fire ring, and you could probably squeeze out a hammock somewhere, maybe. Definitely could at least get 1 tent here. It's got a nice view from up here, actually. Okay, let's hit the trail. This is the road crossing coming from Camp 6. Camp 6 is down that way. Camp 7 is this way across the road. There is a really nice parking area right here. If you wanted to do just a couple miles, 2.5, 2.1 miles to Camp 6 down this way, you could park right here out of the way, and I think it's okay with the state. There is another little parking right here in the shoulder. You could probably get a couple cars in there if they were 4-wheel drive. Looks a little soft, but I think you can get them in there. I've got about 3.1 miles to Camp 7. I've got another road crossing after this one pretty soon. I was kind of hoping somebody would come down the road and so I could hitchhike back to the parking lot. This southern backpacking loop shares the same trail for a while as Buckeye Trail, and also the American Discovery Trail and the North County National Scenic Trail. So a lot of stuff passing through this area. This is the looking towards Campsite 6. I'm standing at the road crossing here. I'm debating whether or not to road walk back to the lake and the kind of cabin area, lodge area where I parked at the trailhead. I might even be able to hitch if I hitch a ride there if I walk along the road. I have a feeling that road's a little better gradient. My left hip has seen better days here. I might walk down that road just for a change of pace and change of scenery. I'm sure it'll be beautiful. The other side of the trailhead kind of pops out right about here if you were going to walk back that trail to Campsite 7. Somebody spray painted an arrow on the road. That helps. Okay, this is Aerial Traveler. It's Valentine's Day, 2024. I came back to the parking lot today from Camp 6. I did shortcut a little bit on Mackeltree Road. I walked most of that road, and then I got picked up at the very end by a hunter. I was very thankful for that. He probably saved me another good 2-3 hours of road walk, and a busy road at that. So I'm happy to be back here at the car. I'm gonna make the long drive back home. Beautiful day in February in Ohio. So thanks for watching. Till the next one.